The carbon tax, widely hated, but according to a key early measure, it's working.
A lot of the people who observe the market think that the slow demise of coal-fired generation is starting.
Hello everyone. The Gillard government's carbon plan is little more than 3 months old. It is still a dangerous issue for Labor, likely to be blamed, right or wrong, for rising power prices. But it appears to be working, driving down our use of electricity from dirty sources, coal, and so reducing carbon emissions.
The Australian Energy Market Operator puts out a measure of the energy intensity of power generation, and that has fallen by 7.6% in the 3 months that the carbon tax has been operating, compared with all of the previous year. If you compare those 3 months with the same 3 months last year, so sort of like with like in terms of seasons, it's about a 6.3% decline. Either way, something's happening to the way that we generate electricity, and it's making it less emissions intensive.
The Age leads with the story today on the back of Victoria's Gillard coal-fired power station announcing a production cut.
One of the big things that's going on is that we're using less electricity. Demand is falling. When demand is falling, and this is a very competitive market, the more expensive types of electricity, which is coal, now particularly black coal, now that there's a carbon price on it, they don't get to bid as much into the market. We use less of them. And at the same time, a whole lot of coal-fired power stations are being mothballed, put out of production or closed for good. The other thing that's happening with this sort of falling demand is that we have a renewable energy target. So the renewables have sort of a guaranteed foot in the door. The solar, the wind farms, they have a guaranteed foot in the door, and that makes it even more difficult for the coal-fired generators to compete in this market.
This as the Productivity Commission weighs in on the power price debate today.
There's a report out today by the Productivity Commission. It reinforces the points Gillard was making some time ago on electricity, that the main increase in power prices has nothing to do with the carbon tax. In fact, it's all to do with the overinvestment, if you like, in poles and wires and infrastructure over the last 5 years, as electricity prices have now gone up by 50%. 25% of the revenue from your power bill is to provide the infrastructure to guard you against a blackout for just 40 hours a year. So what they're basically saying is, if people are prepared to put up with the odd blackout, and the state governments invest a lot less, and we change the regulatory regime which governs and provides incentives to overinvest, then you can save a lot of money. You can save a couple of